I actually do recommend them, and I would tell that to like my sister or whoever. I saw that tip online, really is true. Now the pants that I wore literally every day are these long... Hi, my name's Matilda. I live here in New Zealand. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video, as per the title, is an unpack with me from a weekend in Australia with only carry-on luggage and sticking to a strict 7 kg limit. Okay, let's go. The first thing let's start with is tops. Now it's not really about the exact top I brought and more the type. So the first one is a little tank top like this. It's a little bit dressy, so because if you're staying at hostels, it's perfect if you want to go out, and also during the day it just looks a little bit nicer. Moving on to other tank tops, square neck, love it. Then I have a baby tee. This one's a little green one, just have some colour. And I wore this day 2 and day 3. It was like the perfect style, and yeah, I just wore it with long pants. It was perfect temperature. Then for long sleeves, I have, I brought the pink one I'm wearing, and a long sleeve heat tech Uniqlo. Perfect for just wearing at the hostel, at night, on the plane. Then also for the plane and wearing at the hostel and to bed, etc., I brought this big hoodie. I obviously wore this on the plane and, you know, didn't pack this. So yeah, because of the weight. And it was perfect, so comfy, and it is really nice to bring something like this. I contemplated not because of the weight and size, but when you get to the hostel, you're so glad to have something comfy and cozy, because it is like a comfort when you're away from home. The next thing I brought was a jacket. This one's like a brown shirt jacket, and I also wore this over my hoodie on the plane to take up less space, and obviously could just wear it by itself with a top or something when I got to Australia. Okay, moving on to pants. So the first one I brought was some bike shorts. Now these were great. I wore them to the beach once, but didn't actually use them that much. I think if you're doing a lot of outdoor activities, I think they're perfect. Now the pants that I wore literally every day are these long black pants with a little tie and white bits down the side. They went with everything. They're so comfy. Yeah, they were amazing. Something simple like that. Then I also brought these kind of nicer shiny beige long pants. I didn't actually end up wearing these. I would still recommend not just bringing one pair of pants or skirt if that's what you want to wear. 2 was really nice. It was nice to have the option. Yeah, I just didn't end up wearing them. Then I also brought sweatpants, which I wore on the flight and to bed. These were amazing. And again, just making sure that they go with the hoodie, because that's what you're going to be wearing at the hostel, or that, or on the plane, whatever. Next is a bikini. Oh, this is the one I brought, pink, and it wasn't a matching set actually. I mixed a match, and a little blue top. The top is so cute. It was going to be warm. That was amazing. That fit. Next, for accessories, because the airport was going to be cold, I brought a beanie, but also for the day a cap. Now having them in pretty like in white or a little bit of pink, they just went with everything, and it was really easy. I never put it on and was like, oh, this is making my outfit look bad or whatever, so that was great. I won't show underwear, but socks. I brought 4 pairs. 2 of these brown crew sort of style thick ones, and then 1 of this stripy sort of Scandinavian style, and then another one that's like this but pink and a bit longer. Okay, so continuing on, I'll do shoes next. I brought Birkenstocks. These are the rubber ones, not the Birko floor ones. I do think that although they look a little bit less nice than the ones with the Birko floor, they're much more useful for traveling because, 1, you can wear them to the beach, they can be your shower shoes, you can wear them around the hostel because you just slip in at night, you can wear them all day and they're super comfy. Literally, if they get wet or if it rains at all, like, they're so easy to dry. Highly recommend. I've seen Backpacking Bananas recommend them, and that's why I first got them, and she was right, like, she would know. The next pair is just focus, white tennis shoes. These are just the ones that I have and wore. It can be any brand or any type. I feel like they just go with everything and are so easy, especially if you're going to somewhere urban. I was going to cities, so you kind of want to blend in a little bit and not look like a super tourist or something. So yeah, that was great. Okay, moving on to other miscellaneous. I have a bag of medication, just whatever is your essentials, what good, because you don't know when you'll need it. The next was a little bit out of the box, but a container and a spoon. Now this was really useful for me because I would cook at night and then I would have the whole day where I was out and about, and I wouldn't check into the next hostel until much later, and it was in a different city. So I would make my food the night before, put half of it in here, and then I would have lunch done. Then I wouldn't have to buy food out. Australia's not cheap compared to a lot of other destinations, so this was amazing. I also brought a eye mask for the plane and also the hostels because there's often light or your roommates are getting up at various times. Also brought earplugs. Now these have just gone missing because they're small. I'll just find them. Earplugs not found. I will say I used the brand Loop, the Loop earplugs. Now I know they were on social media a lot and I bought into the hype, and I would recommend them. Like, that they just work for me. They're super easy to put in. That's my favorite thing. You can never put them in and it's hard or they're not like fully working. You know, you just move them around so easily. Yeah, I actually do recommend them, and I would tell that to like my sister or whoever. Also a padlock. I didn't end up using it because I felt safe where I was, but you definitely want one with the wire because you never know what the locker is going to look like, and if you bring a hard padlock it might not work. I saw that tip online, really is true, would recommend. Also, my camera's flashing me from the battery, I need to go fast. A tote bag. I use this as a beach bag. You can use it as a shopping bag and a laundry bag too. Super useful. Also, for me personally, I brought this and put my documents in it. Sometimes it's old school, but it's really nice to have. Over the ear headphones, really great. Honestly, quite essential for me. But again, you don't need them, and I ended up using my AirPods more. Okay, I'm looking around, and the last main thing is toiletries. Now I went ahead and already put mine in a clear bag because going through the customs and the security, you need them in this anyway, so it just saved me time. Okay, these are the essentials that I brought. Toothbrush and toothpaste, sunblock, face sunblock, a little thing of body sunblock that I put in here, a serum. I brought the hyaluronic acid one, a face oil, You can bring a face moisturizer if that's what you use instead. Deodorant in a little mini thing. Cleanser. And the last one, I won't get it up because it's so slippery, is hair oil. I have wavy hair, so this is really useful for hydrating my hair. That's it. And that literally, if I took out the stuff that I wore on the flight, that's it. And it weighed 7 kgs exactly. How good. Now, the last one I'll talk about, my little shoulder bag. This went over 7 kgs, so with this included it would have been like a bit more, but I carried this separately, so you just hope they don't weigh it. I travelled with Jetstar. On Reddit they said they were gonna weigh the bags, they didn't. So this is what I brought in there. Sunglasses. A little hair clip. Really useful. I won't show. My wallet. Some tissues. You can use it as a napkin, you never know when you'll need it. AirPods, because if you're going on public transport in a country you don't know, over the ear headphones can mean you miss a lot of things. It can be a bit less safe. You could get lost more easily, so definitely I recommend them. Then my passport, and I have one throat lozenge because sometimes the planes are really dry. Didn't end up using it, but it was great to have. Yeah, that is everything. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it was useful to see how little you can bring, and it's super possible to just bring carry-on only for a weekend but also stick to 7 kg. Took a bit of packing, bit of reorganizing, but it totally worked. Okay, bye.